Hi, Chef Junior about the food truck project. The food truck project is students' way of being able to make their own food truck. They would end up drawing their food truck and decorating their own food truck the way they would have it. They can use their own food. It can be Cajun, soul food, it can be Mexican, any style of food that they're going to be serving out of the food truck. Students make a menu, and it needs to be either typed up or beautiful handwriting, really legible, that it would be on a food truck. This student decided to type it up, and it was legible, and that's wonderful. So then, the student also, one of the designs is to do the design of the inside of your truck. So you do the layout where your stove is, where your fryers are, where your grill would be, your sink, just the layout of the inside of your food truck. As you see, the student added pictures of the style of foods on there, but went really cheap on the chicken wings because you really couldn't tell what that is, or the drumstick. So this right here got the student count off on the grade. Another thing that the student got counted off on was whenever the student ended up putting the pay rate, hand wrote it in there, but at the same time she could have typed it in there and made it a little bit more as if it was a legal document. Because what we're doing is, if you really wanted to build a food truck, you already had the items to do it. Down here are the permits. What you can do is type in on Google permits to run a food truck, and it'll list 8 permits. So once you get that permit, you would highlight whatever permit it is. So for instance, seller's permit, you would highlight it, put it into Google, and it'll highlight that seller's permit. Hit images. Once you get that image, you would want the image to fit right here, because I want all the images of every single of these permits: the health department, the fire certification, the handlers, the food handlers, the business license, the vehicle registration, and the employee ID number, EIN numbers. So all of those have certificates. You would get the image, copy it and paste it, and put it on an 8 by 10 piece of paper on here. So you'll be able to put all images, get it, and put it there, tape it on your food truck. Your map, it has to be through Google Maps. Go through Google Maps and mark the locations on where you would go on the times, and you can actually put on there like 2 to 3, the location, 4 to 5:30 like she did, and then from 10 p.m. they would go to a certain location. Well, when you do that, you can put that on Google Maps, and it maps it out, and it makes you a beautiful map on where your food truck would be. So the whole point is to copy that, print it up, and then put it on here. I don't want it drawn, hand drawn and stuff like that. I want it as a permanent, a real document that's on here. Okay. Here's the rubric behind it. The rubric is the truck decorated. Okay, so that goes with that. The inside of design of the truck right here. There's a pay scale on the board. She has a pay scale, but she handwritten it, so it's kind of that she wouldn't get credit for it because of being handwritten. She should have printed that out. How many employees will you have, and how much will that cost yearly? So if you're going to have, it would still be in the same area. So she's paying $10 per hour, and a cook would be $23.89 per year. This is also the average. The reason being is the students will learn how much it would take out of your money from that food truck. That's why we're putting a pay scale on here. Google Maps, is there a list of the permits and images? Is there a main menu and photos of the food? So the main menu and then photos of the food, like they have on here. Except this, like I said, this kind of cartoon drawing looks really, really bad, unless it was going to be all cartoon themed somehow. Is there a dessert menu? Where are your desserts? Here's the desserts, because desserts is where you make your own big money. Is there a drink menu? And where's your photos of your drinks? Is there a shopping list of the food you will need? Somewhere on the board you need to put your shopping list of what you need. Okay, the items that you're going to be selling in there. How much will it cost you to start up? So that would be, okay, on one document, it would be how much it costs you to start up, how much is the food. I even listed what it would cost, the items you need, the food, the paper goods, the trucks, the permits. You need to list all that money in one little little area of what it costs to start it up. Did you make a small menu to hand out to people? That's added onto here. So menu could be 8 by 10 folded in half. It could be actually cut in half in a small little menu that you can hand out to customers as they come along and say, hey, look at my food truck. This is my menu. Come look at that. This is part of the advertising of this project. Do you have a mascot? You don't have to have that, but you should have a mascot. Some of them have tacos if it's a taco truck. Some of them have a chicken if it's a wing truck. You should have a mascot at some point. Did you print out or artfully do the lettering on your board? So what she did was she printed these out, but there are some students that have beautiful handwriting that would be on a board, and that's acceptable as points for it. So that is the food truck project, and good luck and have fun doing it. Thank you.